Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hey YouTube, Beamz here. You're probably watching this video right now because you are clueless at making a build, and your build probably looks like shit. Wait, okay? Just don't stress, okay? I'm here to help you make a build. So, if you couldn't already tell by the title, I'll go through a process which I go through to make my builds. Now, let's not waste any more time. Alright, first up, before you even start thinking about grinding the summit or even putting pieces together, you have to realize that every build has to start with an idea or a concept. So you gotta figure out what the idea for your build will be. Now, this could be as simple as taking inspiration from a YouTube video, a build you thought of. It could come just from your playstyle in similar or other games, or you even just might be sparked by talent that you saw that you think could have the potential for a build. But more importantly, you have to pick what you want in the build. Like, do you prefer being a PvP Chad, an Armor Regen Sigma, a Chungus,
Big Changus, Big Chang, the Changus of Changus.
Or if you're a bitch, a tech build?
Man, I said present. Blood, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man? That's what you get, fam. Push you. Yeah, blood. Whose end you coming to now, fam? Dickhead.
An example of a build looking at a talent and a brand set was my 3-piece striker build. In this build, I saw the weapon handling and more importantly the fire rate buff from the 3-piece striker and just slapped it together with a vector with hella damage to armor from Walker and Harry Coe mixed with the damage to armor on the SMG. And having this fire rate buff with the vector, it just gets insanely fast. Along with the damage to armor, it just melts. This example is as simple as seeing a buff or a talent and seeing how you can exploit that talent and just make it even better. Perfect. Now that you've gotten your idea or combined multiple ideas together, you can start to look at how your build will work and just how it will come together. Some things I would like to point out is the brand sets you'll use, what specialization, and the talents. But of course, all of these things will differ from player to player. I often, when I make a build, write down the buffs from the talents and brand sets and do some quick maths on a piece of paper or notepad. I know, okay, it's math, but it's literally just adding numbers, nothing else. Okay? Good. Now that's out of the way. Once you're done seeing how you can cram as much damage or healing or whatever you're building, I'd recommend heading over to your recalibration station to see the talents that you'll use throughout your build. I recommend that everyone starts out with the brands, talents, and specializations, as I like to call them static pieces. Static pieces always do what they say no matter what, while things like attributes and core attributes can vary depending if you have good luck and RNG. Also, specializations are important, so just don't think that they're not there, because they can sometimes buff your build and just make it way better than it already is, so make sure to read through all of them and see if they work with your build. Like, just trust me, you will not regret it. Also, if you are enjoying the video so far, a sub to the channel would be crazy. I'm guessing you now have a rough idea of what your build is, right? You know what class it is, what specialization you're using, and what talents you'll be using. But what do you do next? Well, now you have to do the hard work and go out and farm. But before you quickly exit this video to go farm missions, you have to have a rough build of what you'll use. This rough build won't have good rolls, but you're purely using it to add pieces onto the build until you have the finished product. I recommend adding any pieces that are similar or anything like that, just to keep it a bit more organized on what pieces you'll need along the farming session. Also, if the pieces you get, it's really okay if they have one attribute, because you can always just recalibrate that attribute to make it better. Also, I recommend that the rest of the rolls, if there is a bad attribute on the piece, is that they're over 75% to make it just easier to optimize later down the track. Remember, this part of the build is very, very rough, so if you test it at all, it is either not ready or it's just complete ass. I don't know, just pick your poison, I guess. Alright, so you've already gotten your pieces, you've recalibrated them, and they're literally the best they can be right now. The last step is you're gonna have to optimize some of them, because some of the attributes won't be fully god-rolled, so I recommend you go to the optimization station and optimize your pieces. This is somewhat of the finishing touches for your build, and in order to optimize, you'll need optimizing resources, and I'll leave a link in the description on a video on how to get them, because I don't want to just be talking about how to get optimizing resources. They're literally as simple as just doing control points, dark zone landmarks, completing projects, destructing gear, weapons, and just, look, the list just goes on. Well, there it is, a step-by-step process on how I go about making my builds in the Division 2. I really can't thank you enough for making it this far into the video, and it really means a lot, and I really do hope I helped you make your next favorite build in the Division 2. And if you did enjoy, a sub to the channel will notify you for more uploads like this from me, and a like will help YouTube's algorithm to just push out my video to others so they can get some guidance on making a build. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.